Good morning, beautiful people. Women over 60, no husbands to tell you what to do, how to run your life, what choices to make, no children that you want to have nearby you at the end of life because they are cruel or greedy, or maybe you don't have any. You were smart and chose not to have some. Of course, that's my personal opinion, but anyway, life is what it is, right? And the closer we get to the end of it, the more we have to accept the way it was. Barbara Streisand song, right? We play it a lot. The way it was. This little video is specifically for the women like myself who are single, who choose to stay single, who do not have children to run their lives when they're incapable or incompetent or get Alzheimer's or get dementia or fall down, go boom, break a hip, whatever life throws at you. And you know life's going to throw something at you because you're single, you're alone, and you don't have any children. And for the most part, you don't have any family you trust. If you were like me, you have family somewhere on the planet, be it you choose to not associate with, to not have anything to do with, because they're all criminals or alcoholics or drug addicts or pedophiles, for God's sake. And those are not the kind of energies or frequencies or behaviors you want anywhere near your deathbed or your last few years on earth. So, it's time that we get to work, that we organize your business files, your legal files, your medical files, your personal data files, and start a real plan for your end of life. And we're going to do it with efficiency. I've sort of fine tuned this after 21 years. And well over 1,000 clients. In the last 3 years, I've had over 300 clients. So I think I'm a little bit more than qualified because I've pretty much achieved most of this for myself. And not just for myself, but some of my very best friends. My best friends have been teachers, principals in high schools, second language, English as a second language educators, uh, business assistants, the productivity engines behind successful corporations. I have a lot of friends who are chiropractors, a lot of friends who are acupuncturists, a lot of friends who have been, um, they have their PhDs in science, in AI, some of them. My son in law himself is a genius, a wizard, but I would not expect him or my grandson that he raised to be responsible or to know me well enough to know what I want at my end of life care. When I talk to him and I see them, and he's about the only one, then I want to keep it light and upbeat and positive. I don't want him to know that on my way to the bathroom this morning, I leaked a little urine. I had a bladder control issue. Okay? I don't want nobody to know that. I don't want nobody to know that. Now the world knows that. Sorry. But those are the kind of things I choose to keep private, other than when I get paid to tell my secrets. Okay? Yes, I am a woman who looks out after herself. When I moved into the apartment that I'm currently in, after living 3 years in a studio apartment to restart my life, because I had a lot of theft and a lot of family disputes that were finally the final straw. You know, whatever your thing is that got you to where you are today, And those stories are vast. I've had over 300 clients in Tucson since I've arrived here. And the stories are not the same, but they are the same. And if you come from a controlling, manipulating, secret-keeping kind of family, I'm your girl. Because I'm going to help empower you. I'm going to help you have a voice. I'm going to help you get what you want for you. And you're going to leave that legacy for yourself and for the good of all womankind. Because it's our time to have a voice. In the end, we get our voice. Some of us have lost our voice several times. Some of us have had surgery on our throats to have our voice restored. I think I've been through it all. I've got hip problems, I've got feet problems, I got a neck issue, swallow issues, digestive stuff. I got spots on my kidneys, spots on my liver. Let's see, where else? Oh, one in my lung. You can see the little calcified part in one of my ventricles in my heart. Because many years ago I was exposed to a very horrible situation in our family, and it was just so shocking to me. And we all know there's fight and flight and freeze and fawn. Well, I came to a whole new level that I now call lockdown. So sometimes when you're a professional and you have to keep up appearances for your own ethics, for your own sanity's sake, you just lock it down. You lock it down. It's quarantined. Whatever happened, you keep it under wraps. You tie it up, you lock it down, you nail it down. And that's what I chose to do in a certain situation. And how my body manifested that was a Takisaboto incident. A Takisaboto incident is something that causes extreme grief and anguish to the person who's suffering it. It's not necessarily a heart attack, but it feels like a heart attack. It's not necessarily a blockage, but it feels like a blockage. And they say you're never going to have them again. I disagree. Once you learn a pattern that works, that the body knows you can survive through, you might go back and do it again. And I did about 10 years later. So please understand, I know what your survival skills are like, even addictions. You go through phases that help you to survive things that are unconscionable, that are absolutely deplorable, that are intolerable to you, that are appalling, that you can't even comprehend how someone could act like this or behave like this or do that. And in our culture now, we have a lot of those kind of incidents. We have school shootings, we have assassination attempts, we have pedophiles everywhere, it seems like. We have, you name it, okay? But our souls are surviving all this. Our souls have survived our families. They've survived deaths. They've survived losses. They've survived grief. And our bodies know that because they hold that. And that's what makes us sick. All that repressed energy is what makes us sick. So we're going to unwrap it. We're going to unwrap it together. I can coach you through how to do it. I can coach you through how to sit with that. I can coach you through the skill sets. I can coach you through the mental game, the mindset game that will let you walk yourself out. And what's on the other side of this is hopefully for you, and the faster we get through it, the faster you come to this place. Peace. Peace. Acceptance. Surrender. And forgiveness. Okay? That one's really hard. But I'm not going to take you any place I haven't been myself. All right? It's hard. It is hard. When you have been treated so cruelly and violently at times. When I was a child, I was really poorly abused. But I didn't grow up as the child who'd been abused. I grew up as a child who survived. And today, I survived. I've survived an amazing amount. My body still had residue from that. So I'm now skating into the end of life era and creating my end of life ecosystem. It's kind of like my own little bubble that I can die in peace with or surrounded by. So my kitchen is set up where there's no dairy in there, there's no wheat in there, there's no corn in there. And now there's no mold in there because yay, we survived mold. Anyway, with all that being said, you will come to peace. You will get downloads. Your soul knows how to listen to truth. And I'm one of the biggest truth tellers on the planet. That's why everybody hates me, because I tell the truth. I tell it as it is. And they don't want to hear it because they want to stay in denial. But denial is just suppression, repression. And I don't think we deserve that anymore. We deserve the truth about our bodies, the truth about our environments. We deserve to live in a very safe place so that we can die in peace. However long that is for you, however long that is for me, that's my wish. That's my prayer. And every step I take all day long is with that goal in mind. If you don't even know where to start, but you know that's your truth too, give me a call, okay? Love Star Foundation would love to help you find your freedom so you can find your peace. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all.